Hi, welcome. Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Quick show here.
I'm gonna send into outer space. Find another race. I'm gonna send into outer space. Find another race. I'm gonna send into outer space. Find another race. I'm gonna send into outer space. Find another race. I'm gonna send into outer space. I'm gonna send into outer space. Find another race. I'm gonna send into outer space. Find another race. I'm gonna send into outer space. Find another race. I'm gonna send into outer space. Find another race. I'm gonna send into outer space.
Yes, let's go. We're rocking hardcore. So's the bold Lenny. Glasgow Celtic. We've got it going down. Scotland's team of the year. Scotland's second team just beat by Glasgow Celtic second team.
Pay close attention. Pay close attention.
Play close attention, Sevco fans. We are Glasgow's preeminent team, now and forevermore. 3-1, what a victory. for Celtic. I've just watched the highlights there. Since only woke up at 2 o'clock. And we've got a red light here, but you can hear me alright, can't you? This is just a quick show. We're now spotted Chuckles. We have Chuckles on the radar, and here we go.
Speaking.
Hello?
Hello, how can I help you?
Hi, Vanessa, yes. I believe you've got people there staying from the Glasgow Rangers Football Club. I'm working for behalf of Glasgow Rangers, and one of my colleagues is there. He's left his phone and tried to get a contact with him. Charles Green.
Okay, so you're after someone called Charles Green?
Yeah.
Okay, can I just get the spelling of the surname?
Yeah, it's Green.
Okay, unfortunately we have no one staying with us with that surname. Could it be
You've no one with that surname?
at all?
Sorry?
We don't have anyone with that surname staying with us. Could it be
Yeah.
a different name?
Could be, do you have anything under Dixon? Dickson?
And first name?
Andrew?
No, unfortunately not, sir.
No. Do you have James Hanna?
Hann.
AH?
Yes, we do, sir. Would you like me to connect you through to the room?
No, well that's one of the party there, but maybe with the other two not being there, maybe because it wasn't James I'm looking for, it was the Charles fella I was looking for, but I don't know. Do you know if there was more than one party in the hotel there? Was there more than one of them there, or was there just James? You don't know, or is that too much to ask?
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I'm not sure of those details there. The only name that came up on the system which you gave was the last name, James Hanna.
And is well, basically I'm working for Glasgow Rangers. Is there anything there for the details of Glasgow Rangers? Maybe, have you got another Sheraton hotel? Maybe Charles was staying there, or is that a suite? Maybe would the suite would that be one of the expensive suites that has maybe got room to fit more than one person? So we just need one booking then? Maybe that's what I'm getting mistaken on.
Possibly. There could be more than one person staying in that room, but just at this stage, that's the only name that's coming up.
Right.
We do have another Sheraton, which is 4 Points by Sheraton.
Yeah.
And that's at Darling Harbour.
Right. Is it a suite that because obviously we're a rich football club in Scotland, and no expense will be spared. So I'm not sure if Andrew or James has put us in the expense of it in the suite, because if they are, then I would ask you to put me through, because they're probably all in that room having a party or something, you know. Is it a suite they're in?
Oh, okay. It's just that with the rooms that we have allocated, none of the names have come up.
Yeah,
Only
apart from Hannah.
James Hanna. Yeah. So it's up to you if you want to be connected to the guests. Maybe he knows whereabouts of the other guests.
Well, I'm a bit reluctant to do it, because it's 3 o'clock back here in the UK. It's 2 o'clock back there, so I'm a bit reluctant to do it at this time, Vanessa. You know, if you know what I'm saying. I just wanted to confirm, was it a suite they're staying at? Because if it was more than one person, then I'll phone back in the morning. But is it just a one bedroom room? Do you know, or is it? Do you think it's more than one?
I'll just confirm for you. Okay, so the room that Mr. Hanna is staying in is just the standard rooms that we have. So it's a standard city-side room.
Yeah.
So it usually fits maximum 3 people, but usually about 1 to 2 guests.
Yeah, no problem. No, because Jim and Charles were there, so I would imagine. Right, no, it would have been different. It was a suite. Well, instead of putting me through, leave it just now, because we can wait till the morning then, and I'll phone him. Let's try to work out the time back here, Vanessa, and the time back your way. So, if I phone about 8 o'clock, what time? 8 o'clock UK time. What time would that be in Sydney? Would that be about? Is it about 11-hour difference? I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just have a look.
They've not got an early morning alarm call, because I know they're going to Perth. They're heading to Perth to meet a football team up there.
Okay.
They've not got an early morning alarm call, have they? No.
Oh, okay. Let me just have a look here. Just one moment. Okay, so you're approximately about 12 hours behind. So if you do call about 8 a.m. your time, it'll probably be still early in the morning.
Yeah, but early.
Did you want me to leave a message on the phone of Mr. Han just to let him know that you called?
No, well, what I'll do, because it was just because Charles had left his mobile. He's a bit of a klutz at times, and he left his mobile while he was over in Melbourne before he transferred over to Sydney, because it's a whistle-stop tour, and the person there has got it, so I was trying to get it to him, but it's probably better just to get it sent back to the UK, you know, Vanessa, for the phone. But
right.
it was a bit of a hassle, you know, because he's in transit all over the place, so I'm trying to think of a... If they haven't got an early morning alarm call, because I know they're going to Perth, but if I know that they're going to be kicking about in the morning, then it can leave me flexible. If not, I'm going to have to phone around about 8 o'clock, but they're not leaving too early, do you know?
Let me have a look for you just a moment, sir. I'll just play a short hold, see if I can bring it up.
Yeah. Pushing for too much information here. Just want to know if he's there.
So just at this stage, there's no morning call that's been set for that room. So
no problem, Vanessa. Well, what I'll do, I'll leave it just now, because I don't want you to put me through to the room just now.
Sure.
I'll leave it just now, Vanessa. You're ever so helpful. Thank you very much on behalf of Glasgow Rangers and Sevco. We appreciate your services.
Not a problem. So enjoy your day.
God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes. God save the Vanessa lassie. So there's no alarm call. You can check the previous show. I spoke to Jim Hanna. Who's on the phone? That was a lassie there in the Sheraton. We've tracked him down. Jim Hanna. They're not in a suite. You can check one of my previous tweets. They're in a hotel in Sydney. Sheraton on the Park. Jim Hanna. We spoke to him earlier on. He left a message with a wee lassie. First of all, wee Mandarin lassie. Because after I did the show, I phoned back, and it was like, the lassie was saying, Did you phone? So it's 2 in the morning over in Sydney. So they've not got an early morning alarm call, but they could still be away early to Perth. And they're heading up there. I don't think they've got any other meetings, so they must be heading up to Perth tomorrow. And were they any good at checking the planes out of Sydney to Perth? What times are the planes? And that could be a good one. Find out the times of the planes, right? There can only be one or two, maybe whatever it is, and round about that time we put a call out. Charles Green, Glasgow Rangers, please report to the desk. Whenever it is, you've got to go somewhere. So find out, there we go. So if we can't get them, here's another chance. We've got another 2-3 chances, right? So we've got a chance to get them in this room with Jim Hanna at a more later date in the next 5-6 hours. Don't want to wake them up. Then the next one is at the airport. Find out a couple of times. We find the airport number. Boomf. I've got a friend in transit. He's in the airport now. Put a call out, please. It's urgent. It's an emergency. ASAP. Chuckles Green, come to reception. Like a hole for you. Failing that, we're on to Perth. We're on the one road to Perth. Right, that's me. Yes, she was a lovely lassie there. On behalf of Glasgow Rangers and Sevco, we salute her courage and indefatigability for sharing that information there. Was she breaking any protocol there? Was that... They get a Data Protection Act over in Ausland? Right, so we could put foot through to Jim Hanna, but since we did that earlier on, and the 2 previous shows, there was one I did at 5 in the morning, and I got through to the Aurora Hotel. They were doing it, and they were in meeting, and the guy offered to go and get Chuckles off stage. Now, I think I'm going to have to regret that. I should have fucking called for him to get off. I should have said yes, it's an emergency. Stop the meeting now, get him off and get him to the phone. Should have fucking done that. Now, if I don't get a chance to speak to him on this trip, I might regret that for a long, long time. It's there. You can go and hear it. It shows up. Well, I phoned in. Do you want me to go and get him off the floor for your call? At that point, I went, no. At that point, I should have had more confidence. He just says, yeah, of course, get the fucker off. He has to come and speak to me. I slipped up. If I don't get a hold of him, I'm going to be gutted. I'll be gutted at that one. Fucking, and then, on top of that, I was at 5 in the morning, after a hard day, up early yesterday, all over the place. They says, phone back in half an hour. What does this dumb schmuck in a pot's day? Fucking falls asleep, and wakes up at 7:30. By that time, I speak to a Billy boy, a nice Glaswegian Billy boy, telling me, oh, he's up the road, but he gives us a hotel. So a wee bit of Inspector Clouseau. We've got Jim Hanna on the line. And fucking, I think it was because I was still sleeping and I wasn't there. I ended up speaking to him with a Scottish accent, saying it's room service. And the call back, as I say, to the wee Mandarin lassie, she was none too pleased. Did you call? Right, so there we are. That's the state of the play. Glasgow Celtic, champions. Second team in Scotland, beat by Glasgow's Celtic, second team. Healthy performance. That Rogner looked good. Gershon. Big Fraser's back. Dylan McGeoch played well. Apparently Kyle played well. Celtic firing on all cylinders. And all the main team given a rest. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Juve have got a tough game against one of their bitter rivals, Fiorentina. So let's hope that the rivals get ripped right into them, break a few feckin' legs, smash a few faces, take a few of them out, and soften them up for Celtic. Couldn't be better. What a result. This is one of the weekends when it pays that the Sevcovians are in Division 3, debt-free in Division 3 with the dirty shysters. Pays dividends to be so far in front, to be playing the second team in Scotland with their second string team, with the most important game with years to go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Airport emergency. Are you want me first plane to fucking Guantanamo Bay? Mulgrew's left peg. You're tripped right out your dial, you crackpot. I ain't phoning saying there's no fucking emergency in an airport. No way, sorry. You can try that shit. I only want to speak to my hand chuckles. There's no emergency. It's just take it or leave it. To say I had that, fuck it. I thought I'd like get my thoughts away from that because I'm going to start greeting about it. The guy turns around and says, do you want me to get him off? I don't think he was going to do it, was he? But maybe, I can't know, he wasn't going to pull him off if I said it, would he have? He wouldn't have, wouldn't he? No, he couldn't have. See, that's the trouble, but that moment in history, that sliding door moment, just sat there waiting. In an instant, I turned it fucking down. Should I said, yes, I'm Sean South, and I'm from Rangers, and we've got an emergency. The wolves are at the door as a fire clearance sale and the fuckers near the end of the world. Get him on the line pronto. That's what I should have said to him. Should have said, listen Sam, if he doesn't get his arse on this phone, there's a Sam missile fucking flying all the way around to the world to go up his arse to get himself back here. The Sevco, there's a fire sale. Well, see, the place is in meltdown and he's another end of the world issuing stupid messages. We're going to help Juve. You fucking cretinous clown. Yeah, Central FM, that is going on the blacklist. After this week, allow me a few more days of indulgence to those dirty, snide bastards. Dirty, sellout bastards. We should know if a guy who calls himself Martin instead of Maguire, what we're dealing with. Twice in 2 days, and just because I used the word cheat, this fat Jabba trainer lackey, fucking bastards, a lot of them. I'm just reading some of your messages here, just talking about the game, and I'm talking about this bastard. That show, I mean, because I'd used the word cheat, and then he's all at it again, that Peter Martin. What a joke that radio station was. The previous day I was on, and then I went on there twice. He cut me off with no right to reply, and he came on after only about 30 seconds. Oh, I need to cut you up, I need to emphasise, and then for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just spoke with no right of reply for myself. What a fucking joke. Call it a radio station? Well, I'll take it a different tack when I go next week, but what a joke. Are they on the day? If they're on the day, let me know, somebody. That's Central FM. Give me a week. 1 week and that's me finished with them. Set about those bastards. But obviously we can't call them cheats, but there's more than one way to skin a cat. And that dirty bastard, Martin, you're getting skinned. Do you hear me? You shyster bastard, you Martin. You fucking bastard. You dirty, rotten, no good fucking shyster. You jabber fucking jobby liquor, you. We ain't get your head out of fucking Jabba's rectum. They're cheating, lousy bastards. What part don't you understand? They have cheated Scottish fucking football. Is this slander? Am I slandering Rangers? Oh, poor Rangers, poor Sevco. Fucking cheating, dirty, lousy bastards. Come and take me to court. Come and fucking trial me for that. These are cheating bastards. Now, forever, and fucking always. You cheating bastards. Not one word of fucking sorry. Not one word. So that means that when they come back, they've not done anything wrong. It's all everybody else's fault. So this anger and misplaced fucking hatred against everybody, it's everybody else's fault. These stupid bastards are going to come back 10 times as evil and vindictive and fucking horrible. We've already seen that with a ban against Dundee United. Never seen any bans in all their time in their previous reign. Now they came back as fucking... What's the parrot column, what they called again? What's the fucking... The Tribute Act, aye. Now they came back as the Tribute Act, and the Tribute Act's fucking back. Oh, look, sorry, look. You take a break. Oh, I'm swearing too much, I'm not talking. Got me upset, I'm away. I'm on fucking strike. Oh, your burns it, sorry. I know, I took my headphones off. I've calmed down. No wonder. But they cut me off. I was on for less than 30 seconds because I uttered the word cheat against a team. Against a team. I mean, just because I called a team a cheats, they cheated Scottish football. And because I had the chutzpah to label that against them, I get cut off and had to sit there listening to a dumb schmuck rabbiting on. I mean, it was hard to hear him properly because his head was shoved that far up Jabber's bahookie. Oh dear God. Now you're getting, that's shocking now. Now I'm teaching your Wednesday to swear. Dear God, free jelly boy. Dear God, don't lay that on me. Look what you've done, now you've put me on a bad trip. I was on a bad trip anyway, right? Are they illegitimate playing their plane, right? Right, lie down, calm down. But it's true, I mean, they're the biggest cheats in Scottish sporting history. Yet the people who run the game, the people who write about the game, the mainstream media, people who run the radio stations of the mainstream, they get to pervert history, they get to manipulate the truth, they get to tell lies, and they're the defenders of proven, bona fide liars and propagandists for Sevco Rangers. Before he even took a paycheck in honesty from them, we don't know how many backhanders he took, but old Jabber, yeah, that's right, you're a backhand. How many backhanders do you take, you fucking rotten, lousy... Let's calm down. So how many backhanders did he take when he was with BBC? Is this slander? Am I slandering you? You fat rancid beastie. Is this slander? You took money prior for your old... Well, you certainly took a free trip out to... Where was it? sucking, where was the succulent lamb? Was that out in France? Yeah. So a free flight out for some succulent lamb to get on message and sing to the Murray tune. And even now, even in his last tirade with the Ghost, with Alison Robbie, even then he's saying, oh, Murray's got nothing, Murray's nothing on him. You dirty, rousey bastard. It's all wrong, it's all wrong. How can a liar like that be protected on national radio from someone who's just saying, look, they're cheats, they've cheated Scottish football, they've cheated the paying public. Just because two crackpots said, oh, they're innocent, when all the evidence was laid down there shows that they were not innocent. And I would hesitate, well, can these two bastards who made this judgment, can they be put in court themselves for the Masonic cabal and cover-up that went on there? How can it be possible with all the evidence laid down there, everything, 2/3 of that paper that was out there, over the 160 pages, 2/3 was detailed evidence against the crimes and misdemeanours that they did. 2/3 of it. 1/3, one small part of that addressed the fact that they were innocent. Yet 2/3 of that stated that they were guilty. Yet 2/3 of the judge and jury said they're innocent. Well, if that's not a Masonic cabal cover-up, if that's not Murray's bum chums helping him out, then I don't know what is. How can well, as Brogan, Rogan, Trevino and Hogan stated, the evidence, the stuff that they were asked to adjudicate on was only a small selective part, and on that part that they were asked to make their findings on, then that was the only ruling that had to be given at that point, because it was such a small, narrow scope of the investigation that it was there to look on. And because they're already enshrined in law as the loopholes of Jersey, Bermuda and whatever, because it's already enshrined in law that you can use this as a loophole to shelter money for multinationals and high net worth individuals, because this is there already established, then by that technicality it is not illegal. And if they were to rule it illegal, it would have disastrous consequences and a huge, terrible knock-on effect for the rest of the capitalist system, because already on one side where the government makes the laws stating that this is what happens and all the money in the loopholes for the true government, the corporations and the true rich people, so as that they're protected and don't have to pay so much taxes. So if the law lords had ruled against it, we've got a constitutional crisis. That's the way I read the piece by Brogan, Rogan, Trevino and Hogan. So if we'd got a constitutional crisis on behalf of these dumb schmucks out of the shite house, that's why the two Masonic cabal found it easy, and the only one was a doctor who was a woman, who gave out the 2/3 of the rest of the evidence against what they had did. The insurance scam with the Dutch player, where they paid not only the wages, but the part of the EBT. That is bona fide evidence stating that they viewed that the whole package that the player was given was the EBT and the wages, and they submitted that claim to the insurance, and that was held in evidence that this was what was going on. And then the other evidence from Mr. Red, where if he was on oath, he would have been compelled, or he or she would have been compelled to give more information than what was there when what was offered. And because it wasn't an oath, then there was no compliance needed, just sit there and deflect. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And if the hearing went against old Minty Boys, then the police, the riot squad, everybody would have been kicking his fucking door in, his back door in, and taking evidence, and then getting them right into court and get right in about it. So it was a wonderful deflection mechanism by Minty Boys. But then the remit for what was there, that was put in front of the law lords at the time, could only come up with one decision. Because if the decision had went in the opposite way, then the constitutional crisis would have been that the law lords we're now making the laws instead of upholding it, and ergo we have a constitutional crisis, because the people who make the laws is in Parliament. You get the Parliament and the legislature. I mean, in the essence of a fascist state is who controls all these, the legislature, the executive, and the media. So we've got a fascist state and all the mechanisms, but if one had transgressed the other's jurisdiction, if you like, where one makes the laws and one withholds the laws, then a constitutional crisis could have arose. But on a bigger side, the fact that the multinational corporations and high net worth individuals have to be protected from democracy, have to be protected. A quote from James Madison, one of the founding forefathers of the United States of America, states that the prime responsibility of government is to protect the opulent minority from the majority, in case the majority seek to take back which is theirs, basically, the resources, in case the masses seek to restore a level parity of who controls the resources. And this is the prime responsibility of government, to protect the opulent minority. So we've got protections for the opulent minority where they can shelter their money away. This isn't a conspiracy theory, this is openly out there. It's now been proven, and I've been saying that in the radios for years, but it's now out there in the mainstream media now, and all the multinational corporations are running for cover because they've been sheltering their money to the degree where they're not paying their fair due. So Mr. Murray, Mr. Minty Boss thought this was okay, this was all good in the hood. Everybody else is doing it. Hey, the story is often trotted out on radio, but they're a wonderful company. And this is going out to just any company, They're a wonderful company because they've got so many people working for them. They do so much for the economy. They've got all these people working for them. Don't talk absolute shit. Away and fling shite at the moon if you think I'm going to swallow that piece of pash. How dare you? How dare they have the chutzpah to treat us, patronise us like little kids? That's not the case. Just because there's 20, 30,000 people, well, we should be giving them tax loopholes, they shouldn't be paying tax. Nonsense. They're making billions, hundreds of millions, and we're offering them deals to make more. You having a giraffe? Okay, let's see. Everybody out earning 50,000 a year, go to your accountant and see what happens when you try to shelter a wee bit away. They'll hammer you. But oh no, they're allowing people to share, and companies, people, high net individuals, and the whole thing with this EBT spawns from, there's many other loopholes. This is just one small loophole of loopholes that's set up there. The other one that maybe you've heard of is the stuff about some Celtic connections have lost money, I think Neil Lennon also, for this movie stuff, So there's all ways of high net worth individuals to protect their money. And at various times the taxman, Hector, realises everybody's jumping on this, we're losing too much, we'll pull the rug. That's what they did with EBTs. To do it any time they want, just pull the rug, hold on. If they realise even more people are at it, pull the rug quicker, and that's what they did. And the test case was that, and also the other repercussions were that if it went against them, then all the rest of the cases to the football clubs and all the other high net individuals, high worth net individuals, the precedents, that's what is always in law, a precedent happening. So if the precedent happens that Rangers are guilty and this loophole's been closed and all the money has to be recovered, then what happens is, we still going here? What are you talking about? Just stopped here, I'm just looking at the stuff, I'm just rabbiting on, just lying back there, chillaxed, rabbiting on, talking about the fiscal deficit of the Sevcovians, right? So yes, I'm out here, but time's, look at the time, past. Right, Catch you all later then, right? That's me. My fiscal budget and policy planning for Crackpot McDougall. Tinfoil covered Skoda. If you want any more financial advice, just bump everything. Bump the bankers, leverage yourself up to the max, and get yourself on the mortgage to rent if you've got a house. Bump everything. Be a toxic asset. The money's there in the sidelines waiting to pay for it, and you'll be on the rent. Claim the estate, sit in the brew, and that's you. Sit in the brew in a nice £400,000 mansion. No, I don't know if the mortgage to rent do as much as that. Since 60s, God bless. I couldn't possibly say that on this show. You'd have me into Guantanamo Bay in a second, in a heartbeat. But you could come on and say it yourself if you wanted, Mochara. If you wanted, come on. They're like, I'm away, get ready. I need to go and make some money here. I was all out of the place yesterday, working, no working, working, no working. Boy had to get rushed to hospital, but everything's alright. We panic. Tommy the Chancellor. Aye, that's what I'm saying. Bump the cunts, bump the chunters. Just bump them, leverage yourself up to the max. And in Scotland then, if you're in England, watch out with the bailiff crackpots, but God bless it, Tommy Sheridan. Nobody can come in and kick your back door in and take anything away. Where is my next budget? The budget is, there's only one budget here, the budget is interest-free money. Interest-free money. I can't even bother putting that on there. That's a cue to put my tune on and get to it. No, but we're out of space here. Right, a bit of the Prodigy. Who wants some Prodigy? Right, I'm off here, mate. I need to go. I've got some Sevcovians to bump later on. I might get to see Jabba, old Jabba, in his red convertible Mercedes. Should I take some eggs? I'll wait till the later nights are upon us. Throw some rotten eggs at the fat wobbling Jabba the penguin. He wobbles like a penguin. He just wobbles. He wobbles along. You see him walking along the street. But the first games before he'd moved in officially, they had to waddle all the way along to the Albion car park. What a sight that was, I tell you, what a sight. But now, I'll have to look to see what happened, because all of a sudden, his red motor appeared outside. I don't know if it was chauffeur driven round from wherever it was, but it was right outside the front. So we'll have to look and see, we spy the old fucking monstrosity that he is. Oh, sorry for the language, excuse me. So this is a precursor, half an hour. This is a half an hour warm up for the Bulging from Philadelphia. Yes, the Bulging from Philadelphia is coming up in half an hour. I'm away to hang upside down like a bat and get myself ready for the Pirates Are Us session in Glasgow. Make my fortune out in the streets tonight. So I'm away to hang upside down like a bat, listen to the Bull Graham show. The Philly Provo, listen to the Philly Provo. He's got more balls than Rocky Balboa. His preparation for doing the show is running up and down the stairs that Rocky did. He runs up and down it 60 times in 30 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. Without breaking sweat. And he doesn't even use Shure. That's a Bull G-man. Once he does that, he's a plate of porridge. He goes and hangs upside down, gets the blood into his head, and he comes out fighting on that show. And that's just when Celtic get beat. When Celtic get beat, that's how he's wired to the moon and getting torn in it to everybody. But so he should be happy today. He'll just be doing 30 rapids to the Coupon, to the Bold Rev, and anybody else who comes on. St. Sixtus, give him a call. 660s, phone the Bold Philadelphia Provo. Phone the Provo for Philadelphia. We want to hear the Drum Chapel Provo with the Philadelphia Eagle Provo. Get it going down, St. Sixtus. Mad? Yes, radio feckin' rental. You're only just finding that out now? Oh, get that, somebody go and get that guy a medal here. A medal of Valentine. You just noticed I'm Radio Rental. Feck, how long you been listening for? You only had 1 year onto the game here. Somebody get the syringe out, call the nurse, hold the bold Arthur down and syringe his fecking ear out. He's just realised I'm Radio Rental. Aloha. Where have you been? Who's this? The Drum Chapel Provo. Yes, the Drum Chapel. The Drum... Why do they call it the Drum Chapel? Is that because in the first chapel they had to fight with all the drumsters, or the ones walking about with the lamb beg? Yeah, so the ones, they came down for the low end to the high end and they met in the middle, so they all came down with a lamb beg drum. They stood outside the chapel, and the Drum Chapel Provies won. They sent the Sev Comanche mob up their hill to think again, and that's how it's now the Drum Chapel Provi. Right. Any score at the Bigot Dome? Is it worth putting the stream on to see them getting humbled by Queen's Park? Or are they winning? There's no chapels in it. There's no chapels in the Drum Chapel. They built a chapel with their fecking drumsticks. Shocking, isn't it? Right, can I go? Can I bolt here? What are you all doing? Go and do something else. Away flying shite at the moon. Away and give peace. Ah, fuck it. Fuck it. Should I phone that Sheraton and wake them up? I think they're sitting there probably, if they go to the Rangers game, they're probably sitting there watching an illegal stream. Should I phone through? I feel like phoning through and my wee pal Vanessa. Will we do it? Will we do it? Are we phoning through the Sheraton? No. I mean, no, we'll not do it. No, we'll wait. Right, later on, I'm away to hang upside down like a bat, and we'll listen to the bold Graham, the LG man, the LG spot. He's coming over here tomorrow. Is he coming over tomorrow? Yes. Right. So, yeah. I'm away to, what is that? We need your band protest to get away and fling shite to the moon. What, you think this is a radio show here? Taking requests? Stay on. I've got stuff today. I've got money, I've got bills to bump here. I've got El Clasicos to go to. I've got things today, people to feed and people to bump. And you're wanting me to sit on here talking flannel juice and gibberish? 42 minutes. Look, it's perfect time. If I go and play a wee tune now, that's a 45-minute show. That's a one half of football. Football fan phoning for a half an hour without any phone calls. With me talking flannel juice and gibberish. Queen's Park are all over them. Bush to pipe. What are you talking bush to pipe? George Bush to pipe? I don't know, you're tripping it right out your fecking dial there. He's tripped right out his dial, that mad bastard, for the drum. He's a good guy. He's a mad bastard. Don't ever let anybody... Come on, scroll this down. Let's see the man come up. When's the UV going on? Oh, Bolton, Burnley, Chelsea, Wigan, Norwich, Fulham, Stoke, Reading, Sunderland, Arsenal, Swansea, Queen's Park. Now I've just read that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. The next one below that on this first row sports is FC Barcelona B. So out of this, Bolton Wanderers, Burnley, no chance. Chelsea, Wigan, couldn't be bothered watching that. Norwich, Fulham, nah. Stoke, Reading. Sunderland, Arsenal, maybe for Martin O'Neill, just to do one over on those dirty bastards for the arseholes. But then, that's only one, maybe, but I wouldn't rush out. Swansea, Queen's Park, Rangers. I mean, come on. Mallorca or Osasuna, I've never watched that. Barcelona B, Guadalajara. I'd put that on quicker, but hold on. Oh, look at that. We've a Dundee United Hearts. Well, we've got a Queen's Park Sevco. Does anybody get a number for... I tried to get a hold of Juventus, but I couldn't get a number down. I phoned a number. I wanted to speak to somebody at Juventus. We want a number for Juventus and a number for this First Row Sports. Phone them up, tell them, what's this Rangers shit? Put the proper name, Sevco. And don't be a jabba trainer lackey. Right, where are we? Right, back into the messaging here. I've been slandered earlier on. What's this? Right, about 10 PM for the UV push. Oh, ha ha ha. Since 60s. We'll be midway through the alternative awards at 10 PM. What's the alternative awards? UV is on 5 UK time. We've got something waiting up here. God. I've got some. Rangers have the free kick. An absolute stick-on booting for young Aidan Connolly as Kyle Hutton was marauding. Oh look, Rangers are playing their own Juventus. Rangers have got Juventus, they're playing black and white. What a great time it would be for Rangers to take the league, says a commentator. When they get Rangers TV's number? Fucking clowns. Now see, we've got it here, right? There you go, you got a bonus, right? I'll give you commentary for these shysters, as long as they don't score. Right, what's happening? It's off froze. Oh, for fucking heckin'. There we go. It's froze. Fucking hell. Two guys standing there at the ball for the free kick. Look, it's all frozen. Fuck that. It's too much power for my wee lappy here. My wee netbook. Fucking hell. Hurry up. Go on my ear here. Turn this down. Don't even want to hear them. Right, I could be watching Barcelona B against Guadalajara. Was it Barcelona A playing tonight? There we go. Juventus, Fiorentina 5. Right. Let's see. Levante, Malaga. Madrid against Sevilla. So Barca must be on tomorrow then, aye. Right, so that's the football finished then for the day. Nobody decent on. Pile of pash. Apart from the Juve game. So that'll be good to watch that, won't it? Juventus getting horsed by Fiorentina. Hopefully anyway. So that Pirlo, is he still as good, Pirlo? I've not seen any of the reaction, but is he still as hot as he was during that Euros? Just let Big Vic, just tell Big Vic you've got 1 minute to go through that fucker. But go through him when the referee's looking the other way. That's the key. Take him out with a well-aimed wooden clout. And then he's down, he's out. Take his ankle, nip at his ankle. Stonning his foot. Is it all stonning? Just stonning his foot. The referee's not going to see it as you put your fucking... In you go, have one of them. See how much he kicks the ball about like a maestro then? That's shocking tactics, but hey. If you ever watch any of the old games against the Mankey Mob, you watch how a knuckle dragger like Terry Hurlock or whoever would come in, Kyle Lafferty, and crock one of your players, Lee McCulloch with Berham Kayal. Seen it a lot of times. Scott Brown targeting Scott Brown's ankle, his chocolate ankle a few years ago. So key players, let them know you're in there, let them know you're about. Don't be afraid to put that first tackle in for their key player. Is that cheating? Well, they bastards have been cheating us for long enough. And the old lady of Liverpool, apparently they're cheats as well, aren't they? Rupture his spleen. Don't give us commentary, can't stand that, Dixon. Alternative awards and free jelly radio. Are you getting alternative rewards? What's alternative? Alternative about? What's alternative about it? Where's the mainstream, man? What's the mainstream? Right. Yeah, I'll need to have my own crackpot awards at some point in the future. Yes, we'll be having our own crackpot awards. And madness, the madness category. Yeah, let's have our own crackpot awards. Yeah, we can crack totally mental, radio mental, totally ill, and lost the plot award. The Fecked Up Fangita award. The Tripped Out Their Dial radio show award. The Oscar De La Hoya with a permanent smile because we're going to rip your fucking single fish out you with a Mars bar award. You ever notice how Oscar De La Hoya always had a permanent smile? Remember seeing him get an arse whipping? He's still standing there smiling at the Joker. Oscar De La Schmoyer. What a dumpling. I used to like that guy, and then you see him saying, shut up, you tart. Slap across a kipper. Take my hand off your face. I'll make you smile on the other side of your face. He's still standing there. I bet if he knocks 10 shades of shite out of him, he'd still come up with, oh, well, it was a close fight. Oh, fuckers, hear you. Wipe that smile off your face, you rocket. Oscar De La Schmoyer. As I said, I thought he was a good fighter when he first came on the scene. I mean, no Fancy Dan then. What's he called? Fancy Boy Productions? Fucking Fancy Dan. Fucking Nancy Dan. Right, is it done? Is this show finished? Can I go? Look, use fucking... Right, along 15 minutes. There is enough time to go and get a mellow birds, go and apply bush to pipe, as Paul would say. So apply bush to pipe, put a bit of soap and water under your oxters, go and get cleaned up, bring a bit of respectability. None of your unwashed sitting there in a fucking onesie, listen to the doyen of radio production out there in close to California. I mean, Philadelphia, he's sitting in the snow, but it's as closer than fucking California than us trumpets. So show respect to the Don Curly Wurly of the Eastern Seaboard. Show respect. Go and wash under your oxters. Go and get some soap down at your home-oz and clean yourself up instead of sitting there in your onesie with your baby sham. We listen to your Lena Martell with a bit of Cinzano. Take the Cinzano out the mellow birds and wash up, scrub up in the next 15 minutes. I'll just go and roll a big fat blunt or get a 10-inch soupy and go and tune in to the moon. Because the Graham Meister, the Philly Provo, is hanging upside down. He's running up down the stairs now and he's coming on to knock the drum chapel crackpot out. Are you phoning him, you drum chapel crackpot? The alternative awards has been voted on by proxy in this house. Mealy's Boys is the mainstream awards. You're shocking, you. That's slander. Imagine labelling that boy in with that. Imagine labelling the Mealy Boys in with the mainstream. That's shocking, you. You're a disgrace. You're a shocker, you know what I mean? That's backsliding weasel talk against your fellow brethren and your behaviour like a zombie. He's what do you call it? Who's a bit cheesy? St. Sixtus is a bit cheesy. There you go, James Armstrong. He's no wired to the moon because it's no Neil Armstrong. And he says you're wired to the moon, St. Sixtus. St. Sixtus is wired to the moon. He's a bit cheesy. He's a cheesy raver, right? I'm away to wash under my oxters. I'm away to pick people up at the shit house later on. So, remember me in your thoughts. Right, 14 minutes, so 40 minutes, soap under the oxters, clean the hom-oz, and that's you. A wee bit of head and shoulders. Yeah, your baldy patch. A wee bit of head and shoulders. I'm just having funny Channel 4 type of words. Yes, as long as the Philadelphia Provo is top of the list for yourself since 60s. Else there's a Stewards inquiry. That guy knows what he's talking about when it's football. He's the doyen of all football commentary. The Bull Graham, the Philadelphia Provo, yes. He knows football like the back of his hand. Soccer, there's not a soccer meister on the eastern seaboard like him. Right, we're finishing at 55. Right, or maybe not get time, right. The body of an American. Who lets that? The Pogues, you went that? Out of space? I'm out of here. Bolt your rockets. Arriva Derci, right. What time's it? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Rock, 9 o'clock. So it's 9 o'clock here, it's 8 o'clock over there. 9 o'clock. I'll reconvene at between 9, 10 o'clock. At some point then, an early morning alarm call. We're phoning the old Sevcovians, right? The Yank Jockstein. Yes, he is. He's got it going down, mate. He knows formations. He knows everything about football. He's a man, the Graham Meister. Far more than any crackpot for the Drum Chapel. I mean, these crackpots for the Drum Chapel, they think they're Uber fans, getting on the bus, singing all their rebel tunes, but they sit there wired to the moon, talking flannel juice and gibberish, singing tunes, bouncing about like loonies, but they don't even watch a game. So, I mean, they're full of the bucky, the jungle juice, they're all mad with it, and they sit there, and what was the score? At 5 o'clock, they're back in the pause, in the back of the bus. Did you see that goal? No, I was talking to wee Jimmy, giving it Yaldi. That's the Drum Chapel loyal. The Drum Chapel Provies. Imagine calling them the loyal. The loyal Provies out in the Drum Chapel. I mean, they're all wired to the moon and bucky, getting buckets. They're sitting in the back of the bus having buckets and bucky. They all come off that cross leg, stagger into the ground. They used to man their beast. They couldn't support their legs, never mind the team. And then they stagger out, go, oh, is that the score? Oh, brilliant game, you see that? And all they're doing is they're sitting on the huddle board or finding Alan Max highlights, and they're just like, oh, brilliant, oh, did you see that goal? Fucking... I mean, flying shite in the moon. There's not one Uber fan out in Drum Chapel. He sits there pontificating like a high pontificator. What do you call that? Pontius Pilate. Since 60s, Pontius Pilate. The Philadelphia Provo knows nothing about football. The Philadelphia Provo. He knows more about football than the Drum Chapel Provies. You sit there all mashed out your tits. I mean, flying shite to the moon. I'd rather listen to the Drum Chapel. Sorry, no. I'd rather listen to the. I can't listen to any cunt. Anybody's a fear, I'll listen to them. I'm only having a giraffe. Right. Fucking it. 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes. You get 10 minutes. I'll play tunes. There we go. Fucking here. I know. There we go, right? I'm playing a tune for 10 minutes. Till the Graham comes on, right? Body of American, and then we're going to play Baz Lerner. And that'll keep you going, you fucking crackpots. Bolt, get out of here. Go on. Scram your bams. I'll be back between about 9 and 10. A wee quick show. Just for one call. Just a quick call to see if we can get a lot of chuckles. Later on, maybe, God willing. And then, failing that, anybody do some work for us? If anybody knows the flights from Sydney to Perth later on today, Sydney to Perth, we'll get a call out in a tannoid for chuckles. Failing that, it's up to Perth we go, and we'll catch them there. We'll catch you later. Hail, hail. No offence caused to anybody, and... Hold on, calm down. Cadillac, stand by Cadillac. No offence made to anybody, you know I'm just a crackpot wired to the moon. Right, if any offence was taken by anybody, then shove your head up your chuffs until the pressure equalises and blow, feckin' blow. Sorry for Free Gellies Waynes, for me teaching those lovely, terrible, horrible words. I so apologise. I'll not have any. I'm going to take a step off the naughty step for such terrible, terrible language. I apologise. Right. He's no chance to, no choice to take it. Since the 60s he's got to take it. He sat back there with a panty wetter, Uncle Tim soup taker. He just sat and took a pants down thrashing. And all you can say, he's a legend. I'm a legend. Bring it on, the drum chapel Provey. Oh, you call me a legend? Oh, that's alright. I thought I was a legend. I thought that was it. Oh, see, there you go. See, I'm only winding them up. Right, I'm away to hang upside down and then come out the traps, grab a few zombies, rip them off, open wallet surgery outside the Cludgy. Later on. Right, arrivederci. I don't know, the night is young. You're just pacing yourself. You're pacing myself. He's just pacing himself. No, Paul is never a soup taker. That is slander. I overstepped him. I'll retract that statement now. Never let it be said. Never let it be said. He's not a soup taker, apart from Heinz. Right, I'm out of here. Fuck it. Somebody pass me a spade to dig a bigger hole. God bless. Arrivederci. Increase the peace, fight the power. Seek the truth, reject falsehood, for falsehood is always vanishing. You listening to me, Jabba? You lying bastards. Oh, sorry, right, I'm away, right.
The Cadillac stood by the house and the Yanks, they were within. And the Tinker boys, they hissed advice, but were with a pen. When we turned and shook as we had a look in a room where the dead man lay. So big Jim Dwyer made his last trip to the shores where his fathers lay. But 15 minutes later we had our first taste of whiskey. There was uncles giving lectures on ancient Irish history. The men all started telling jokes and the women they got frisky. By 5 o'clock in the evening every bastard there was pissy. Pretty well gone away, there's nothing left to say. Farewell to New York City boys, the Boston and PA. He took them out with a well on cloud and I often heard him say, I'm a free-born man of the USA. He fought the champ in Pittsburgh and he slashed into the ground. He took on Tiny Tartanella and it only went one round. He never had no time for rights for drink or dice or horse. But he never threw a fight when the fight was right, so they sent him to the war. Very well gone away, there's nothing left to say. With Staunch Joe and Aaron Gomer loves in America. The calling of the rosary, Spanish wine from far away. I'm a free-born man, love the USA.
Ireland.
Always love you, I always did, I always will. Fairly well gone away, there's nothing left to say. But say adieu to your eyes as blue as the water in the bay. Took big Jim Dwyer, the man of war, who was often heard to say, I'm a free-born man of the USA. I'm a free-born man of the USA. I'm a free-born man of the USA.
go. Hold on, before we go. Last tune, playing a nice wee tune for our lovebirds stuck up in the nest in the Sheraton on the park. To Sevco, the Sevco loyalists, stuck up in the one wee room, not even a suite, but there's 3 crammed in. A 3 in a bed party. Ooh, in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night in a Sheraton hotel, 3 Sevcovian bells share the one bed. Under the name of Jim Hanna. Jim Hanna and the 3 Sevcovian bells. We play this for you. You can only dream. You can only dream of Juventus as your team struggles against another tribute team. Go walking in your sleep, Chuckles. The river so deep. What are you looking for, Chuckles? What are you looking for, Chuckles? We're living the dream. Your monkey fuckers are dead. Living the dream. Champions League. Last 16. Yes, I'm doing a Bruni. Get up, you Chuckles. In the middle of a night. 3 Sevcovian bells. They're shagging in Sydney. They're shagging in Sydney. 3 Sevcovian bells. And the Sheraton on the park. The Sevcovian bells are having an orgy under Jim Hanna's name. Is this slander? Oh, poor Jabba's no there. Poor Jabba's no invited to the gay orgy of the Sevcovians in the middle of the night, in the middle of Sydney. 3 gay bells on the one room. 3 Sevcovian bells. Oh yes. It's now legal to get married now. They can come back and get married. Old Chuckles, we never knew. You and Jim. Who's the other crackpot? In the middle of the night. 4 in the morning in Sydney, in the one room. The Sevco delegation. They're dreaming of UV. We want to help out UV. We're coming to help you, UV. We can help you beat the bad Celtic. The unseen fiend in hand. They've done us up like a kipper. We coming out to help UV. Charles Green and Jabba beside Paulo. Oh yes, this is orgasmic. In the middle of the night of the Sevcovian dream. Fuck. Just spilt on us. The roof. Desert of a truth. Yes, no fucking truth. Live in the ocean. Yeah, fucking stream of shite. On the river of our dreams. In the middle of a night. In the middle of a night with Sevco triples. Right, I'm off. Right, retune pronto. Graham's on. Get into it. St. Sixtus, phone up. Dip your wick. God bless. Hail, hail.